Now we're going to make a lily. It looks like this. Okay. The first thing you do is you want to make the white petals. So you put your hand on a white piece of paper. Trace it. Have the children trace their fingers and their hand. You see that? It's kind of hard to see. But you trace your hand, then you cut it out. And when you cut it out, it looks like this. You have your hand right there. Okay, you take the scissors, probably the small children's scissors would be the best. And you have to be very careful when you take the scissors, because if you don't, this can happen. See how I'm one finger short? Well, very carefully curl them like that. Or the children can take a fat pencil and curl them. In fact, that would probably be better. Take a fat pencil and curl them. Then you're not going to have one short finger like that and have to redo. Okay, now you're going to fold it around to give you the lily effect. You see that? Alright, now take a yellow piece of paper, on the top make orange. Then you're going to cut strips like this. See the strips here? Cut the strips out like that. And then you take it and you curl that a little bit too, and then you roll it. You see how I'm doing that? Rolling that around. And that's going to be your stamens in the middle of your lily. And it looks like this. See the stamens right here in the middle? That's how you get that that's how you get that effect. Alright, now after you've done that, you take a green straw, like this if you have one, a nice fat one. See how it's wider at the top there? It's not a thin one, and you just put it down in and through. That's your stem. Then I took some green pieces of paper like this, and I cut them that shape. And I took some of my Christmas glitter, and I just went with the glitter around the edge. You see how around the edge I've given this sparkly? I wonder if you can see that. It's sort of sparkly around the edge part of it. Oh darn, you can't see it. But, oh yeah, you can see it on the one leaf over here. And then I took that and I just glued it onto the back. And that gives me my Easter lily. And these are awesome. The kids love to take them home and show Mom and Dad what they made. Okay, now this is the only basket that I have. Normally you would do this with a little tiny green basket that you get at the grocery store with strawberries or fruit of some kind in. They're tiny little baskets and they're green. Now they have the holes in the side, so what you do is you take your paper and you weave it in and out of the holes all the way along. So you have like purple here, yellow here, pink here, and you go all the way around the whole basket, like this side, that side, and that side. Okay, now once you wouldn't have this handle here, you just have a green basket. Now you take your bunny, and once you've done all your weaving, then you stick your bunny on the one side like that, and on the other side you would put a powder puff tail. It can be white, it can be pink, it can be blue, whatever color, yellow, whatever color you want to make it, and it's a powder puff. Now if you don't have a powder puff, you can take a ball of cotton batting and put that on instead on that side. So that's a little green basket with your weaving, and you can see the weaving along the sides and the back part too. And across the top, since it doesn't have a handle, you would put, see how I've taken the pipe cleaner and I've just twisted it with another color along the side? Then you'd make that for your handle. So that'll be your handle on your little green basket. And there's your bunny and your weaving. And that makes a cute little Easter basket for them. They can put their treats in that too, because it's smaller. It's only like about that size. But this is just to give you an idea how to do it. Okay, so you have your paper cut in half, fold it in half. It's a square. Your paper's a square when you start. Fold it in half, then cut these strips out. Okay, now open it out, and now we're going to weave. And this is easy, and the kids like to do it. It's fun. Just, okay, you start from the back for the first one. Over that one, under that one, over, under, pull this one through because this one goes under, and then this one goes over, and then under, and over, and under. And that will give you, that's your first strip in your weave. Okay, now when you do the second one, since we went under this one, we're going to go over to start. So you have to lift up your strip, and then go over. See, we're going over this time, we're not going under. Okay, over. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing you. This one we went under, this one we're going over. Now we need to go under. So every other one. So this one, you have your yellow, and then your purple, and then your yellow, and your purple again. And just keep doing this. Under and over. Under and over all the way across. And this one will end up on the top, because this one went over. And this one started under. And you just keep doing this. Line them, wiggle them back up so that they're even. Okay, and then just keep going. Next one would be yellow, or blue, or another shade of pink, like a darker pink like this. And you just keep going, and then you do the same thing we did when we made the purple basket. Remember, we folded one way and the other way, and we made it into thirds with 9 squares, 9 small squares, and then we folded them up at the ends like this. And then you put your handle on, and there's your basket that's woven. Okay, there we go. We taped our handles inside, and you put the straw inside that you have, and then put your egg inside and your jelly beans, and they have a little basket to take home. Now this one, all we did was we took our flat paper like this, and I think I'll use another color. I'll use a pink. Okay, we have a pink square. Take your pink square, fold it in half, like so. Take your scissors, cut, but don't cut all the way. Just almost to about an inch, as you can see I'm doing right now. And go all the way across. A little bit farther. And when you open it out, it looks like this. Like that. See how it looks when you open it out? Okay. Now, next. Okay. If you have a 9 by 11 or 8 by 11 piece of construction paper and you want to make it into a square, this is what I do. I take this corner right here and I fold it over like that. Make sure you've got your lines even right here, along here. You see that? Fold it over like that diagonally. Then either draw a line with a pencil, like that, or take a pair of scissors and cut. That will give you your square. Okay, now to make one of these Easter baskets, like this or like this, okay, you need to take your square. It can be yellow, it can be pink, it can be purple. And this is how I do it. Now, if you want to measure a third of the way over and draw a line, another third, draw a line, another third of the way over here and draw your lines, you can do that. But what I do is I fold it over like this and then like this, and I make sure that the end right here, can you see that? I make sure that the end is there and the end here is even. So that will give me my equal thirds. And then the same way the other way. I fold it over and I sort of make it, sort of round it off like this until the edge, this end meets there and this end meets here. And then that'll give you a rough. And then after you fold it like this, make your sides even. And then fold this way up from here where the flat meets and over like that. Make your ends even. And the same going this way. Over here like this, and just crease it so the sides are even. Okay, now you have 9 squares. Take your 9 squares. Now we want to make this part right here of the basket, that part right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to cut here and cut here. But just cut up to the folds, don't cut past it. Okay, and then turn and do the other side the same way. Cutting like that, and on the other one. So each end, like this end you've made your cuts, and this end you've made your cuts. Okay, now you take it from there, and you fold it up like this, and up like this, and like this. And then you're going to scotch tape here, here, and here. And the same thing with this end. Fold your end in, or you can do it this way if you want to. You can just fold this in, fold that one in, fold this one in, and fold that one in. Doesn't matter which way you fold them in, but that gives you your box for your little basket. And I'll finish it off and I'll be right back. Now I have, okay, our next craft is one that you saw just a few minutes ago, and we made from a styrofoam cup. You take your styrofoam cup, and on the bottom you've traced, it kind of looks like a U or a V, and then that's going to be your feet. And then you trace again, or you cut out something that looks like a U for the ears. Just the best that they can do. You could draw it on for them to cut in advance if you want to. Then you stick your feet on the bottom and stick your ears on the back like that. And I put a big piece of cotton for a powder puff tail. And in the front I put 2 googly eyes and a powder puff nose. And then I put my straw inside, and then you can either give them jelly beans to take home, or something else that they like to do that we had a lot of fun with was, instead of taking the eggs and doing this, we took the eggs and we colored them with the dye that you can buy at the store. And then they took sometimes before we dyed them, we hard boiled them, of course, in your mixture with a little bit of vinegar, so that water and vinegar, so that they stay hard, the shell stays hard. then you put them in the dye, and they each have their own color dye. And if you want to, before you put them in the dye, you can take a crayon and have them color a pattern all over the egg. And then when you put it in the dye, the colored part with the crayon comes out white. And then they take their colored egg and they put it in their container to take home. And you put some jelly beans in it too. And then they have their little rabbit to take with them for your rabbit. If you want to, you can take pipe cleaner and twist them. See how they're twisted? And then put them, the pipe cleaners in the side, and they'll have a little handle to hold their little styrofoam cup rabbit and the eggs inside so that it won't fall. But puncture the sides and then put your pipe cleaner through, and that'll be their handle. This is a potato. You've taken a potato here and put it in the different color paints, and you've made a print, and it looks like an egg that's opening. And what we've done is we've taken a little bit of glitter after the paint is on and just sprinkled glitter over it so that it's glitter eggs. It's just a potato stamp that you've used to do that. And you can do you can use carrots and you can use apples too, but potatoes work the best. And what I do is, when I have the shape of the potato, I put a fork in the potato, and then the children hold on to the end of the fork, put it in the paint, and then put it on their picture, and they don't get themselves all messy and ink and paper and paint everywhere. So they have the handle of the fork to hang on to that's got the potato in it, and then they just dip it in the paint and then dip it on here, and then a little bit of glitter after they're finished with the paint, and you've got an Easter picture. Okay, this one was made with wax paper and tissue paper, different colored tissue papers, and it looks like this on the back, but it was just the shape of a cross, and then the glitter, the tissue paper onto the wax paper glued, and then on this side we've taken the shape of a cross, outlined it with black, and then you can put that on the window. That looks really nice. You can see through it and see the colors. Another idea is you could take this an egg shape and put it on a plain piece of white paper, and then give everybody the white paper, or let's photocopy it, and then give everybody the paper with the white shape of an egg on it, and they can decorate it, and you can have a coloring contest and see who designs the nicest and give a prize of Easter eggs or candy or something special or a brooch or whatever. But you can do that with this too. And it doesn't have to be big like this. You can have small foam ones like that you can buy. You can use those and have them decorate those too. Okay, another thing you can do for Easter is take a rock and paint it. And you can put on little orange feet here, a little beak, two little white painted eyes with black in the middle, and the hair, and just do the whole rock yellow to start with, and then you add your details to it, and that gives you a pet rock, an Easter pet rock. Okay, going to simple now. Simple is making eggs like this, and they're just the egg shape. Take the egg shape and take your pieces of construction paper, or you could use tissue paper if you want, but these are just pieces of colored construction paper that were left over after we did all our Easter things. And then they just glued the squares all over, and that's how they got their egg. And that's for the little guys, they can make that. Yeah. Alright, that's one egg. Alright, now this one, I gave the children an egg shape, and I gave them the sequins. Do you see the Easter sequins here? The rabbits, eggs, bunnies, chicks, in all sorts of colors. And then they just decorated their egg with all the sequins. That's a simple one for the little guys. And they all came in like purple, blue, pink, all different colors. Okay. Now for an Easter, Happy Easter card, I took my construction paper, just a small sheet, folded it, and then cut out the top part and around in the shape of an egg. But I left the fold here so that you can open it and say love or happy Easter or whatever they want to put inside. If they want to put a verse like roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, I love you, you can do that. Now this part here is just made from overlapping stickers, circle stickers, and then the little green stem. Okay, this one has got a little bit of tissue paper added to the sides, and you've got leaves on your stem. And you can do this again in Easter colors, all sorts of Easter colors. Have them ready. Let the children just do what they want with them. Another idea for that too is to take your Easter shape again, only this time, instead of putting stickers or a picture of a flower or whatever you want, you take cards like this. And with your pinking, anyway, pinking shears. See how they're zigzag? Can you see that? They're zigzag. They're called pinking shears. You take old cards and you just cut them. Cut them in the shape of a round, or here, I've got several here I can show you. Okay, there's another shape. Oh, here's a different one. And just cut out however you want them, like that. Look at the little bunnies there. You can cut them out, and then they take them and they put them on the front of the card like this one has. See how it has a basket of flowers, and they're all cut zigzag with the pinking shears, and they're all set and ready for them. You just give them like a handful of these cards already pre-cut with the pinking shears, and then they glue them on and they make themselves an Easter card by doing that. Oh, that one didn't open very well. This one will. To Mom and Dad. Okay? That's how we can do that. So, you pre-cut your cards, your little cards, from leftover Christmas cards, birthday cards, whatever you have, and then they glue the shape on the front of their Easter card. And you can do Mother's Day cards like that too. There's another type of card you can do as well, and that's just your regular. Just take your piece of paper, construction paper, fold it in half, put Happy Easter on it, decorate with your foam stickers and your glitter sequins, and again, all in Easter colors. Okay, this one is different, this Easter egg that I'm going to show you. Oh, here's another cute one that's cut out to make a card with. Okay, now this one, we've taken our coffee filter, ironed it flat, probably put an iron over it when you iron it, or press it flat, cut it in the shape of an egg. Let's see, you need something darker so you can see that. Okay, cut it in the shape of an egg. You see that? Better? And then they can either put markers on it, or you can take an eyedropper and drop different color food coloring on it. But the markers work just as well, and then you just take a spray bottle of water and spray it, and all the colors blend and mix into the other colors. And it's a nice Easter egg too.